Hello everyone, this is Blanco from Smooth Parenting at smoothparenting.com, and I'm here today with our weekly Smooth Parenting tips. Today we are going to talk about 10 things to do when you lose it with your child. Now, we've all been there. We've all lost control at one point or another with our children. Now, I personally have never spanked my daughters or hit them or pushed them or used any type of corporal punishment with them. But I have yelled at them. I have taken privileges, whatever that means. I have done timeouts a couple of times. And yes, of course, I know that doesn't make any sense. I shouldn't be doing that. And I know there are other options besides punishment. And punishment doesn't really work. But when you are in that moment where your adrenaline is that high, you're stressed, you're angry, you're just, pushed over the edge, you respond. And it's an animal response, it's an instinctual response. And sometimes it's not the best response, I know I didn't accomplish anything with those things. I know the only result was that my daughters were scared or angry or sad. And I do regret having done that. And I push myself and I force myself and I do whatever it takes every day to not go into crazy mama mode very often. And it's very rare when it happens, but it happens. I'm human like everybody else, and you are too. So bad moments don't make bad mamas. Always remember that. Bad moments don't make bad mamas. So when you go there, when you lose it, you yell or you spank, what do you do after to repair that connection with your child? So that's what I'm going to talk about today. So let's think of a scenario, okay? Your child, your 5-year-old son, has gone to the bathroom and is playing with his bathroom toys on the floor, and then he decides to use some soap so they can slide. And then when he realizes he's made a huge mess, he tries to pull towels and he tries to get more towels, clean towels, and he just uses 7 towels. And there's a huge mess on the floor with the toys, the towels, and the soap. And then you go in. And you've been all day doing laundry, you're super stressed, and you just argue with your husband. And then you get there, and you go into crazy mama mode. You start yelling at your kid, and yada, 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 how can you do this, and blah, 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 blah. Okay. So the moment's over. You've made a mistake, and you know it as you're doing it most of the time, or just the minute after you're done. So what do you do after to reconnect with your child? Okay? So the first thing that you do is to acknowledge. You have to acknowledge 4 things. The first one is your feelings. The second, your actions. The third, your intention. What do you want to accomplish by yelling? And the fourth one was your child's feelings. So this would read like this. I got really angry when I saw that you had poured all that soap on the floor and used the clean towels to clean it up, and you made a mess. I yell at you, so you're acknowledging your actions. I yell at you to the top of my lungs, and that was not nice, and that was not respectful. And what I was trying to do was to get you to understand that that's not something that you should be doing on the bathroom floor. And I also wanted you to learn from this moment so you don't do it again in the future. But I didn't accomplish that with yelling, right? So you are acknowledging your intent, you're letting him know your intentions when you yell. Obviously you use the wrong tool to do this, but at least he understands what was underneath. And then your child's feelings. And I scare you, right? You felt really scared because I was really loud and in your face. Didn't I? So he feels that you understand his feelings. He starts to understand how his actions actually affect your feelings and what your intention was behind what you did. And you acknowledge what you did. So don't try to minimize. If you yell, if you spank, if you just acknowledge it, say it, because he knows what happened. He was there. So that's the first part, acknowledge. The second one is apologize. And I personally was not raised in a culture of parents apologizing to children. but it's essential. I never heard my parents say sorry to me ever. I mean, yes, if they accidentally hit me or, pour water, the glass of water on me, yes, but, if they made a parenting mistake, they never apologized to me. I had never heard that. I didn't grow up like that. And I think for most parents that's true. It's difficult to acknowledge that you made a mistake and apologize to your child. So always apologize. I am so sorry that I yell at you or that I spank you. That wasn't nice at all. I disrespected you and I'm very sorry about that. That's it. Your child knows that. Now, at this point, it depends on your child. My kids will hug me or kiss and we would go into, cuddling mode. But they usually feel much, much better because they understand you're human, but they know that you didn't want to do what you did that hurt them. Okay? So the third thing would be let the love flow. Let the love flow. Just tell them, I love you so very much, regardless of what you do. So don't ever think that there's something that you can do that will make me stop loving you. Even though sometimes it may seem like I don't love you because I yell or I always love you. There's nothing ever that you can do that will make me stop loving you. Your child needs to know that. So make sure they understand. Okay? Then promise, the fourth step is promise to improve. Now, I don't recommend you to promise to your child, I will never, ever do this. If you don't know for sure that you're never, ever going to do that step, ask them for help. So if you ever see me going, into yelling mode or about to yell, just tell me, hey, mama, you're becoming the crazy mama and you're very nice, you don't want to do that, so why don't you take a step back and breathe? Or, just have your child remind you that you don't want to go there, okay? Then the sixth step would be to thank your child and connect. Most children are very forgiving. They're very forgiving, much more than we are. So by this point, your child has already forgiven you. So thank him. Thank you for being so understanding. I love you very, very much. What can we do to make this moment special for us? Yes, I would suggest going into connection before correction. So there's a mess in the bathroom. Who cares? It's going to be there in 10 minutes, in half an hour. Make sure you connect with your child before you go into correction mode. So for some kids, it might just be a hug. They just want a hug, or they just might suggest, let's go read a book, let's go chase each other throughout the house, whatever he wants to do as a special time to connect. And it's good that you do something that he wants to do. And then when all this is done, you're connected again, you've taken some time to apologize and to go over this, then, and only then, seventh step, you deal with the issue, okay? And the way you deal is not by complaining again. Your child already knows he's done something that is not right. So how can we fix this together? Are you going to help me put all the towels in the laundry machine? Brainstorm with your child. How can we fix this? You pick up the toys and clean them. I pick up the towels, but help them. It's a teamwork. So you both work together towards fixing it. The eighth step is to prevent. Okay, so you fix that mess right now. How can you prevent it from happening again? So instead of you figuring something out, ask your child, So how can we make sure next time you don't do this again? Next time you want to play with the toys in the bathroom and the soap, you remember that that's not something that you should be doing. What can we do? And have him brainstorm. It can be, let's just put up a sign on the wall of the bathroom with an X over soap, so you can't play with the soap. Or let's make the rule that you can only play in the bathroom if I'm with you, okay? So there's a picture of me in the bathroom, and you know that if you want to play, next to the toys is my face. So let your child brainstorm and come up with a solution that he's involved with. So next time, not only he will remember it better, but he will be less likely to break the rule because he made the rule, okay? Then the ninth step, which is usually most difficult one for me, is forgive yourself. We are all human, so you lost it. Forgive yourself, let it go. And in my case, it's especially difficult the few times that I lose it, because I'm like, I know better. I teach people how to do this. And somehow in my mind, I expect perfection. And I know that's one of the major diseases that many moms have. And I include myself there. Like, you demand perfection from yourself, and that's just not possible. There's gonna be moments when you mess it up. So learn from those moments and forgive yourself. And then the 10th step, which is one of the most important ones, is to self-care. Think about when the day is done and you're, everyone's in bed, think about, why did you lose it? Because it was not because of your child did something. It had nothing to do with what your child did. Because let's face it, in any other situation, like same situation, if you were happy that day because you got a raise in your job, or you heard that somebody got pregnant, or you just won the lottery, you're in a very good mood because everything is going great in your life. If your child made the same mess in the bathroom, you probably go there and just laugh and say, I should have been here with you, or and just made a joke out of it and fix it with him. You wouldn't go into yelling mode or spanking mode. So there's something going on with you that made you go there. It has nothing to do with the actions that your child had or the behavior. So think about it. Were you stressed about something? Are you sleeping fewer hours than you need? Are you eating a very unhealthy diet? What is going on in your life that you need to take care of so this doesn't happen in the future? And self-care is very, very important. I'm going to do another video just on self-care, because we sometimes forget that yes, we have to take care of our kids, we have to take care of our family, but the first person we have to take care of is ourselves. Because if we don't take care of ourselves, we then go into crazy mama mode or into numb mama mode. So make sure you take care of yourself. All right? So those were the 10 things to do after you lose it with your child. I hope that was very helpful to you. If you want to receive more tips and parenting advice and free classes, sign up for our weekly newsletter at our website at smoothparenting.com, and come join us on Facebook for lively discussions and hotlines at facebook.com/smoothparenting. All right, until next week, happy parenting.